Hi, I'm going to do a quick video. It's afternoon. I'm on my lunch break, so I've been busy seeing people all morning and going to be seeing people all afternoon. And I just wanted to give a message of comfort and some different concepts if your nervous system is pretty activated today in light of yesterday's incident in Washington, D.C., where our Capitol building was attacked. So, watching those images and then seeing continued conversations about what happened on social media and on the TV and papers, whatever your mode of knowing what's going on in the world, if those thoughts or images continue to activate your nervous system today and you are feeling uncomfortable about it or in distress, feeling panicky, feeling in despair, that's why I'm making this video. This is not a political commentary at all. It's thinking of your nervous system and hoping that if you're stuck in a certain aspect of fight, flight, or dorsal vagal collapse mode, that these different concepts I'm going to talk to you about will help you to feel a little better, to become unstuck and feel calmer or ready to take on your day a little bit better. So, the two concepts I want to mention are co-regulation and titration. And I speak of these frequently in therapy sessions. So, co-regulation is really when our system is coming into contact with another person's system that helps us to feel safe again. So you may notice even in my voice, I'm being calm, I'm being steady. I'm still in my rocking chair, maybe using a little humor. Those are all co-regulating qualities because that's really the whole purpose of this video is I want to be a source of co-regulation for you if you need it. If you don't want it, turn it off. Don't worry about it. If you are in need of your nervous system feeling I'm under attack, or something's happening right now in this moment, when in this moment you can look around and right now I'm okay. So there are different ways to have that sense of co-regulation, contacting somebody that provides that for you, and maybe even saying right up front, like if you're in an anxious place, maybe this isn't a good conversation to have, but what I'm looking for is just a little bit of help calming down. Sometimes people want to start ranting or venting, and that's not co-regulation. So sometimes it involves asking for what you need. Co-regulation, in my experience, can be people, and it can also be animals. So on my lunch break, I have a little beagle puppy. She's a year. But boy, oh boy, did I co-regulate with her. I picked her up and I hugged her and I felt her soft face on my face and I sniffed her even though she's stinky. I like the way she stinks. And so I think animals and your cat or your horse or your gecko, whatever you may have that just brings you that sense of connection, calm, and regardless of what is happening outside of you, you still can take care of your animal. The sun's gonna come up tomorrow. Your animal's gonna need their food tomorrow. So just taking heart in that. Okay, that's consistent. There we go. I'm stable. So that's basically what co-regulation is, just that awareness of our nervous systems really need others outside of ourselves sometimes to help regulate. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is titration. And what that really is taking a tiny bit of something to process. When we get way overwhelmed or with trauma therapy, if we go big and just jump right into everything and the person isn't ready for that, that can be very harmful and re-traumatizing. So titration is taking a little piece and slowing things down. So maybe today that could be helpful if you're feeling dysregulated, what's going on around you, titrating whether it's an emotional response or a physiological response. We're taking just a little piece, dealing with that, knowing there's more. Oh, yeah, there's more. But I'm going to put that over here. It's not the same as stuffing. Stuffing is la 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 la. I'm not going to ever deal with it. No, that's not what this is. It's okay. I know there's more. I'll just take this one little piece. I'll get to that later at another time. So this really, the concept of titration allows you to be the one in control of what you're going to be processing. Titration, I guess it's a little bit different from pendulation. Pendulation is, okay, we're in the disturbance. Let's pendulate over to something more pleasant, something more calming. That's important too. For example, last night when all that the stuff at the Capitol was going on, and okay, now we wanted to know what was going on, but the repetitive images over and over and over, the images, we decided to pendulate away from those images for a little while. We weren't denying that they're reality, but we decided, let's watch this more lighthearted, fun movie that we'd been wanting to see. And that was great, because then you go from that feeling of fight, flight, or I'm all alone, I'm under attack, to, okay, more ventral vagal, that sense of I'm okay in this moment. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm secure. I'm with some people I love, or I'm in my little area that I love. I'm with my animal or my books that I love. Whatever your ventral vagal place is, we can pendulate. So remember, you can do that. Yes, it's important to know what's going on around us. And at the same time, if our nervous systems are just in overwhelm, that's not good for us anymore. And we can't be effective if we want to elicit some kind of change or reach out to somebody else. We also have to attend to our own systems. So back to the co-regulation piece. Sometimes that can be a healing thing too. If you feel that you can provide that sense of comfort, or, hey, I'm here. Hey, I know these are crazy times. Are you okay? Being mindful not to, vent all your on that person. If you are able to, that co-regulation might make you feel a little better that you could provide that for somebody else. That being said, if someone else is like just too dysregulated and you start, then you can exit gracefully. Well, I just wanted you to know I'm here and looking forward to whatever. Or remember when. That's another good strategy. I found myself doing that this morning. I emailed a cousin out on the West Coast and said, hey, remember when? And it just elicits that ventral vagal, that fun memory was a thing, And these times we're going through right now, we're not going to be locked in these things. They're going to keep rolling like they always do. So, um, thinking about positive memories and looking forward to, okay, summer is going to come again. Times are going to be different again. Sometimes thoughts like that can be helpful. Um, Another thing that I find helpful is perspective. And looking back in history, one thing I said to my cousin on the email was, wow, we are living through some historical stuff, aren't we? Like the history and things we read about wars, and unless you've lived through those, you don't feel it necessarily. We are all feeling this stuff. We are part of history, and it's inspiring to me to look back at different stories of how people found courage and connection and coping. Like, how did they get through these things? So I'm actually reading a book, um, The Splendid and the Vile, and it's the saga of Churchill and defiance during the Blitz. This is World War II, when Nazi Germany they were in the process of wiping out France and they were coming on their way. And I was just fascinated when I read just the preview of that book, like people just minding their own business in Britain, knowing that this was coming towards them. How in the world do they live through that? And it's amazing, and it's inspiring that people have gone through such amazing, horrific things, and they get to the other side. So, let's see what. Oh yeah, Churchill taught the British people the art of being fearless. And I think it was 56 nights in a row, days and nights in a row, where they were being bombed by German planes. And just fascinating how people get through those things. And we will also get through the challenges that we are going through right now. And I just wanted to remind you again, I have another little book here. This one, Why Did I Do That? This is like a cute illustrated book on internal family systems that I've talked to you about. And self is the part, it's like soul or spirit. It's not all the parts, it's what's under all of it. And it's my favorite, page 10. And this is I with the ventral vagal and us connecting. These are the qualities that are underneath all the fear and anxiety. Self is calm, clear, curious, confident, courageous, creative, compassionate, and connected. So I'll just leave you with that. You have a self in there, and I hope you can access that today and in the coming days.